Good morning, everybody. Today is on the 20th of July. We're gonna go through what we did last week. It's on a Monday, of course, beginning of the week. We're gonna go through what we did on last week on Friday. We're gonna also check on both Euro USD and gold, and then check on the fundamentals that we expect today. And on the other side as well, we're gonna do a fresh new analysis to see where we expect the gold to be going this week and where we expect the Euro USD to be going this week. And I'm gonna be taking you through it. My name is Nick. This is brought to you by Anzo Capital Kenya. So welcome to the market brief. All right. So let's get to it. Let's check how it is. So on Friday, this is what we did. We were looking for buyers above this point. Didn't really like the buyers because this candle went all the way up to this point, and I was like, you know what? I need to wait for for this one till the next candle to come down, get rejected over here, so that I can pick in a buy. But then again, it didn't get rejected; it went all the way down. So I was like, nah, this is not a good sign to take that market, to do that order. So on to the next one. I waited for the market to with the candle. This candle closed below over here. The next one started, which went all the way down immediately. Went all the way down immediately, like pushed all the way down. Again, I missed the entry because I was waiting for a candle to close below this point. So I had not set the sell limits or the sell stops. No, I wanted to know to see the candle close below the year so that I can execute market execution. But then again, so I missed the whole trade. But congratulations to everybody. If you had the sell stop over here, then it got activated by this first candle. Then the second candle didn't really go to the stop loss yet, but continued to push down. So that must have been a very nice trade for anyone that took it. The sell stops were very good on gold. They really went well. On Euro USD, on the other hand, we had a very nice sell off. Very nice sell off over here. And this is where the market it came down. So we were waiting for a close up below this point. We didn't get the close again, but we had this candle push down all the way to this point. So what I did is I told myself this is already gone. It's already far down. I can't really take a sell from this point. And you can see the reason why I refuse to take sell over here is because there could be a retracement. So I waited for the retracement. I told myself, should we have a candle coming back to this wick over here? I'm gonna execute a sell. So I waited for this candle to come back, and this candle stopped over here. I told myself, you know what? I'm gonna take in a sell, put my stop loss just above this point, and see how it goes. And it was it was a game. It went very well, pushed all the way down. So yes, I made some profit from this because of this move over here. And you see, when the markets are, I know we usually say we wait for the candle to break below, but if a candle goes like this, it doesn't make sense for you to enter sell over here. You're gonna be selling low, and you don't sell low. Okay, you buy low, you sell high. So this is a low. You couldn't have sold at this point. You waited for market to go up, make a resistance level over here, then sell now because this is a high. Okay, sold high over here and went all the way down to take profit and got out. And look at how the market continued. I wish I even remained inside because I could have opened with even more profit down here. But anyway, it is what it is. All right. So fundamentally, what do we expect? We hit it on very hard again tonight. Trump 6 hours ago. Trump and he was hitting Trump, and he was hitting Iran, and he was in the World Cup as well at the same time. It's crazy. He's there in the World Cup, refusing to get out of the picture. I was paid. It's crazy. He had to be there until to see the Spain raise the World Cup. So he refused to get out of the picture. He was like, nah, gotta be here. Yeah, it's just nice. It's a funny guy. All right, so Monday, 20th of July, over here, 3:30 p.m. Today, CPI on the Canadian dollar coming out. All right, you have the core CPI as well, but this is a monthly report as well. So we're going to be having the CPI monthly report, yearly report, the Trimbo CPI, the common CPI, and the core CPI, all of them on the Canadian dollar coming out at 3:30 p.m. The USD, we have CB leading index, and nothing much actually on the USD. Tomorrow, high impact news that we're looking at is 1:45 New Zealand, the CPI and the NZD. Then 9 p.m. you have the climate count on the GBP. We're going to be having the average hourly earnings, the index over there, or the GBP at 9 a.m. as well. And that's much about it on the high impact. Wednesday, CPI or the GBP coming out, AUD unemployment rate and employment change of the AUD coming out, main refinancing rates over here, and monetary policy statements of the euro, 3:15 on Thursday. Then ECB press conference, Christina Lagarde going to be hosting that at 3:45 on Thursday. Friday, we have some high beehive of activities over here. GBP, Euro, we have the flash PMIs and the service PMIs coming out. GDP, the manufacturing PMIs as well on the GDP, and the USD, nothing much actually. You mean this week we have nothing high impact to the dollar over here? Yep, we have nothing high impact to the dollar this week. All right, let's see how that behaves. Let's see how that behaves. That's gonna be something. All right. So let's jump into it and see fresh new analysis on this Euro USD and GB and Euro and GB XAU USD and see how it behaves. All right. So we start all the way breaking down it from monthly breakdown over here. All right, there we go. All right. Monthly high, monthly low. Weekly, gotta go a bit down and hang it over here. Daily over here. All right, so we have the daily high over here, daily low. We're gonna pick it over there. I know it's not over there, it's over here. Okay, forwards, adjust this one there, then pick this as the 4 hours low, which it is the current 4 hours low. 4 hours high over here. I go down to 1 hour. 1 hour, there like that. 1 hour, readjust this one to the highs over here, over there. 30 minutes, 15 minutes. There we go. All right, so where we see it right now, seems like a support is forming over here on the 15 minutes time frame. We also look like we have a lot of rejection happening over here on the 15 minutes time frame again. There's a lot of rejections happening over here, but then again, if you're gonna pick any order, pick it above this week. It doesn't make sense to go below the week. Anything lower than the week. Mhm. Yeah, something like that. This is on the Euro USD, so potential buys gonna be above this point. No, here's the thing, the Euro USD. Should we cross? Yes. Now let me finish short first. Potential sales over here. So you sell below here. It's a long position. Short position over here. Over there. Like this. All right, so that's what I'm going to be looking at on Euro USD. See this? What's happening over here? Yeah, this is what's happening over here. It's what I want. I want this candle to close below this point so that I can pick in and sell and continue pushing down. That's Euro USD. Let's check on gold. Remove every drawing again. price action based on market structure. We're going to be observing areas of resistance and support all the way from monthly. So we can call it a multi-time frame analysis all the way up here. As we come down, as we bring it down, the lows haven't changed yet. The market is still tipping on the low. The high is still the same high that has been highest ever seen. Now here we have crazy movements over here. I don't want to make them make weekly over here. Daily, yes, we have the daily high over here. We've got, see the lows. The market is seated on the uh, monthly lows over there. Seeing the way, see the structure, see the way the market is making a certain structure over here. The candles are pushing in and up, in and out, which is really okay. There we go. Let's see what comes in from here. Okay, 1 hour. We got 1 hour high over here. 1 hour low over here. Mm-hmm. That remains what we got on that remains what we have on that remains what we have on that remains. I know we have all these, but makes no sense actually. See, yes, there's this low over here, and it's a high over there, and we go down to this level. You could see that the market is getting rejected about this point over here. Um, you know what? No, not working with that. Not working with it. It's not working. It's not working. It ain't working for me. Mm-mm, mm-mm. It doesn't matter. I'm taking sales below this point. No, I'm actually going to take below this point to fill in this week and continue down to this point. That is if I'm taking a sell. If I'm taking a buy, I'm going to pick it from above that point. Yes, that is how it is. So potential. It doesn't, it's not really seated well, to be honest. It's not really good setup right now. It's not really set up with that capacity. It's really good, but it is what it is. All right, so buys, should we meet some pressures to push all the way up? That would be really good. Onto the sells, on the other side, look at the sell below this point and expect the market to push way down like this. Okay, so that's basically what I'm going to be looking at. Should we have that moving? Should we have that happening over here? Then yes, we gonna make it. Um, Gonna be, if you get a candle closing around this point, then I'm gonna jump on the buys. Other than that, at this point, all this area for me, I'm not saying for anybody else, but for me, it's a no trade range. I don't want to force the market. That's a no trade range for me, to be honest. this area. I want to take clean buys from above this point, clean sells from below this point, and see how the market behaves. All right. So that's basically what we're going to be covering today. I'm going to keep an eye on this and see how it behaves. Yeah. And hopefully that all of you get to see the market materialize during the day. Of course, it's just the beginning of the month, of the week. Sorry, beginning of the week. We're also almost ending the week as well. We have like 10 days, 11 days to go. Minus today, 10 days happening just to finish this month. So yes, keep an eye on this as well. See how it happens. That's Euro USD. We're looking for buys above this point, sells below this point. Gold, we're looking for buys above this point over here and sells below this point. All right. Keep an eye on this. Let's see how it happens. And happy hunting, everybody. Just remember to always trade what you see, not what you think. All right. See you guys. Have a good one. Bye bye, everybody. All right. It's gonna be good. Keep an eye on that. Let's see how it happens. All right.